Hey, it's Justin from Jacob Buck Reptiles bringing you part 4 of how to breed your ball pythons. Part 1 through 3, hope they were helpful, and I'll do my best to answer your questions in the comments, so check those out. Part 4, we're going to be talking about follicular development, and that is the development of follicles in your female ball pythons during the breeding season. And it is the next step after you get a good routine of breeding your males with the females. Now, follicular development is very, very misunderstood by most breeders because they expect that the process goes a lot like it does in people, where the egg is released, it's fertilized, and we go on from there. With ball pythons, it's completely different because the egg is released and becomes a follicle and stays a follicle for sometimes 4 or more months before it is actually fertilized. Okay, follicles, they start out the size of a cell in an egg, and it grows to be about the size of a golf ball before your female will ovulate. And so if you can watch that process and be familiar with it, then you can know if your breeding is successful. If a female is not developing any follicles late into the breeding season, you can know that either she's off season or taking the year off, or something's wrong with the process and you need to maybe try again next year. Understanding follicles is critical to successfully breeding ball pythons. Now I'm going to pull out a female here and show you where the section where the follicles develop. This is a female fire ball python. See, it's really light. An adult female. These fires just get lighter every year as they get bigger and bigger. Follicles develop. You see here, this is the top front part of the snake here, and this is about halfway point. Follicles develop right around here. Okay, it's in a zone where they're released, and they'll take, when they start out, you won't be able to feel them at all. You can see them on an ultrasound if you ultrasound your ball pythons. If you with a little bit of practice, you can see them. They're like kind of like a string of pearls as they start to develop, and as they grow, and you learn the palpating process, which I have a video up on that. I'll be making another one soon. As you learn to palpate, you'll be able to feel them, and they go from like a strand of pearls to marbles, the size of marbles, eventually the size of golf balls, and they are right in a row, one after the other, with just a little bit of space in between. So you can feel them by palpating. Once those follicles become large enough, we go into the ovulation process, and that is the point in which they are fertilized from the sperm of the male. Until then, there's no guarantee, even if you have big follicles, there's no guarantee that you're going to get eggs. But after fertilization, after ovulation, which is the same process, you are guaranteed to either get eggs or slugs. You will get something out of your breeding. So that is a basic synopsis of follicles and ball pythons, and we'll be talking about it more in our next video about ovulation.